Ciao Tifosi, welcome back to the Italian Football Talk with myself, Auber and Graeme. We're going to be doing a quick review of the post-game match against Italy and Wales. 1-0 win for Italy, which sums up 3 out of 3. Fantastic game and 9 points in the bag.
Yeah, 3 games played, 3 games won, 9 points, 7 goals, 0 conceded, no goals conceded. The absolute perfect start for the Azzurri to Euro 2020. I mean, you must be believing. Surely, you must be believing this team can go all the way. I mean, that's the perfect 3 group stage performances. The 3 perfect games.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, you look at this team, played few new starters in the team, almost you could call it a second string squad, and you could see that Italy sat back. They didn't, really push as much as they wanted to, but really, why need to break a leg? So it's impressive. I think we are the first team in the tournament so far to win 3 out of 3. Upwards and onwards, as they say.
Well, you mentioned the word second string, so let's get straight into it and look at the actual formation and lineups. So, as predicted, there was a ton of rotation. Donnarumma started. He was a goalkeeper. Both of us predicted Sirigu would start, but no, Donnarumma actually started. Then you go on to the defence. We had several changes in defence. There was only one first-team regular that started in defence. So you had Toloi out wide, Emerson out wide. I don't think either of us expected that. Bastoni, centre-back, and of course his partner was Bonucci, the captain.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think we didn't expect too much of a change. We just thought it was about 3 or 4 players. But yeah, Mancini really did this one on us and got a few players starting for this game, which was refreshing to see. And the one that caught us is the midfield, Verratti and Jorginho. Who would have guessed, eh? 2 players that play a very similar style of football, both playing on the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, we were always saying in the previews and the reviews, can Jorginho and Verratti both start together? And, we got our answer today. Yes, they can play together.
Yeah, which was great to see, And then obviously we had Pessina, and then you had Chiesa. So which was great to see. Obviously Chiesa, we called that, coming in. And then on the other side, Benedeschi, and up front, which we both called Belotti. So, So that was a complete different lineup to what we were thinking. But let's crack on to the game.
Yeah, exactly.
So first half, wow. Okay, so Wales were pushing us. It was Italy again. Italy controlling the tempo, controlling the play. The passing game very fluid, and this is a constant thing we're saying the last 3 games, right? It's very refreshing to see Italy play like this. There was no pressure for us to win this game, even though you obviously and I both said, well, especially you said, well, we will definitely go for the win. It was refreshing to see that. And, and Verratti, I must say, first half was outstanding for us. Outstanding.
Oh, yeah, he was definitely pulling the strings in midfield. For most of the game, like particularly the first half, I felt like Wales, they just looked like a team that were playing for the draw because, the draw was all they really needed. Off the top of my head, I can only remember one clear chance where it just went over the bar. I believe it maybe came from a corner kick, but I think Wales had
defender headers.
Yeah, I think Wales had one really good chance in the first half, and that was pretty much it. I mean, it was all Italy that was doing the attacking.
And then obviously led to Italy's goal with Verratti drawing in the foul on the far right. And I was a bit worried when I saw Benedeschi standing over the ball with Verratti. I thought, please, God, let Verratti take this. And this was a drill. Okay, poor defending by Wales. But again, I think this was planned. Again, one of those practice drills. And Pessina coming right in the front, and a lovely, lovely goal, which Mancini as a striker would be absolutely proud of, being almost like a poacher's goal. And interesting fact about Pessina, youngest debutant to score for Italy in a international tournament since Cassano. So, yeah, that's a nice little thing to have on his achievements. So that was a great goal, lovely goal.
Yeah, I mean that was the least likely goal scorer, I believe, when you looked at the lineup. I was expecting Chiesa to open the scoring, but lo and behold, Pessina is your unlikely goal scorer. I mean, he's actually got quite good stats for the Azzurri. I believe he's got 7 starts and 3 goals. That was his 3rd goal in 7 starts. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's for a young debutant that's fantastic, especially for on a major tournament, which is great. I'm sure his will be rocketing up. But just before that, actually, we there was a bit of an incident. I thought that was a yellow card. Empadue from Wales again studs up onto the shin pads, and I thought on variety, I thought, oh, that's got away with that one in the first half, and I thought, oh, that's I don't know if this ref's going to be playing this game quite loosely, but you know. Italy kept their composure, kept their cool. There was no panic, and leading 1-0 at half time.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's just get straight into the second half then. Clearly, the referee had a change of heart when it came to, little, shall we call,
Yeah.
sneaky fouls. I mean, they're not a leg breaker. They're not a severe, nasty tackle, but let's get into it with I can't remember the name of the Welsh player. Maybe you can
Yeah,
refresh my memory.
yeah. It's Ampadu, the same guy who did the same tackle. Studs up. Look, studs up. He didn't get a yellow card. I was shocked that the guy got red card straight away, but he got away with the first one. That would have been a yellow. He would have probably got a second yellow. But yeah, I mean, I think everyone was a bit shocked, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, this time it was on Bernadeschi, I
Excuse me.
believe. But I mean, like,
Yeah,
when you see it in real time, you think, oh, that is so harsh, that's a yellow card. But when you see it in slow motion, I mean, it's a stamp with force. The studs are showing. He puts some force down to it,
yeah.
and it's quite. I'm not saying it's a high foot where he could like break Bernadeschi's kneecap, but it's high enough to where it's borderline on his shin.
Yeah, no, it's a hard tackle. Now, obviously in European football, that's quite any studs up, especially in the Premiership. It's almost a valid red card, right? So it's yeah. I mean, look, the game itself, Wales was sitting back. The other scoreline was at the time was 2-0. Then it eventually turned 3-1 for Switzerland. But Wales was still in second place with the result of being 1-0 to Italy. So you could see Wales were playing very deep. In fact, so much so, if you notice the game, Bale was man marking Verratti a lot when they had a lot out of the loss of ball. Wales, Bale was very sitting close with Verratti on the halfway line. So it was interesting to see how deep Wales were playing. In fact, Bale didn't have the best of games. I mean, he had the golden opportunity for Wales to kind of equalise, and that pretty much sums up his game. He got subbed as well. But yeah, look, I think Wales were playing for the draw. It was clear Italy was going for the win. It was great to see Pessina getting onto the score sheet. Belotti and Chiesa linking up fantastically well down the right. To be a fair shot, Benedeschi with that free kick as well hit the post. That was a good strike. And we were saying this before the tournament with the lineup. Positano to Benedeschi, and Benedeschi had a shock of a season for Juve, and Politano had not had a bad season for Napoli. But for some reason, Benedeschi, when it comes to the national team, he's just another beast. So it's great to see. But yeah, the only thing is I'm still uncertain of. I don't know if you or about Bonucci being subbed off at halftime. Is it a niggle injury or something of a precaution when Acerbi came on? I don't know what that was about.
I think it's just a precaution, really. I mean, I'm always of the
Yeah,
opinion, unless a player like needs assistance in being taken off or stretchered off or hobbling, I don't think it's something to be overly concerned with. I think it's just a case of, we're at least 1-0 up. We're better off being
yeah,
safe than sorry. Take off
yeah,
Bonucci just in case, because Chiellini's still he's not 100%. He probably will be 100% for the round of 16.
yeah.
I believe there was talk about depending on the opponent. I don't know if this was fans or media speculation. This is when you get into the risky territory when you start saying, well, Chiellini could be rested for the Austria or Ukraine match and come in for the quarter final. I find that quite risky to really start looking too far ahead.
Yeah, no, I
But I think he'll
agree.
be
I
fine.
agree. Yeah, and look to sum up, Acerbi coming in the half, he didn't have the best of games. He had a bit of a misnomer with the ball, misreading a ball, which Ramsey caught on and almost scored. And then
Yeah.
also on the other side, I think he was a bit of all sorts. But to be sum it all up, Sirigu came on the 88th minute for Donnarumma, which was nice because technically this could be his last game for Italy.
Yeah.
I don't think he will get another, I'm not going to say sympathy sub, but I can't see Mancini subbing Sirigu anytime soon. So this could be his last game for Italy. So great to see him on the pitch. He's been a great loyal servant to the national team. But look, overall, really happy. 1-0. End of the day, got the job done. Haven't conceded, like you said, zero conceded
Yeah.
goals. a total of what, 7 goals in 3 games. Very unlike Italy. Love it. We now focus on the next round. Sees who finishes in the Netherlands group second. I'm hoping Austria. You say Ukraine. I'm hoping Austria. I think it's better suited to our game. They're a bit slower than Ukraine. They'll be playing later this week. And that game, the winners of obviously Italy playing against the runners-up of that group will be playing on Saturday at Wembley. So hopefully I'll be able to get tickets to watch that game. So
fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So of course, just to wrap up Group A, because this was the final game in the group stage for Group A in Italy. Italy, of course, topped the group. Perfect. 3 wins out of 3, clean sheets, as we've said so many times. Wales, luckily for Wales, because it looked quite, it looked like it went either way for a time when Switzerland started scoring for fun against Turkey. But Wales end in the runners-up spot in second place. Switzerland, potentially, it's just this crazy format. Potentially Switzerland could progress to the round of 16. We'll need to wait and see how the other groups progress. And of course, rock bottom, massive disappointment, Turkey.
Yeah, you're true. Especially, by the way, started this tournament as the dark horses, which, funny enough, the winners of that group, Italy, were the dark horses. So, well, I'm not disappointed, to be fair. Look, I'm happy, top of the group. And my last closing point on this, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, share, and follow with us through the journey of Azzurri, hopefully all the way to the end.
And as always, thanks for watching, and ciao for now.